I think. Yes, we are. Hooray! Cool. Hey, everyone. So, I'm going to wait a little bit to get everyone in here, and then I'll fully talk about everything that happened at E3, which was crazy and was an awesome, awesome time to just go and do that amazing, amazing experience because it was mind blowing for me. And I can't wait to share it with you. But first, I want to wait, get everyone in here for a little bit, see everyone's in the chat. Hey, everyone. Hey, guys. So we're going to wait just a little bit longer and then we'll go and get talking about everything. And as you can see from the title, it's a very special live stream because we're going to be giving away some really, really cool stuff to you guys. And you can get a chance to win one of these really awesome things that I got for you guys while I was at E3. I know some of you guys were saying get you some shirts like these or something, but sadly I'm not made of money. And a really, really long line. A lot of people were in line for those shirts. So they kind of sold out really quickly. But even though I didn't get shirts, I got something just as good. So hopefully you guys will like that. Let's see. A little bit longer. I want to share the stream on Twitter, and then we'll get started. Let me see really quickly. And also some more people joining. 110 viewers already. Hey, everyone. Thanks so much. Wow. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. Hopefully you can hear me properly. I think you can. Yeah, okay. I'm listening to the video on my laptop in front of me, but I think you can hear me properly. So that's good. All right. So I'm going to copy the link and share it on Twitter, and then we'll get started. So boom, boom, boom. And boom. Great. So we are now fully live in the live stream talking about an amazing, amazing time I had at E3. Before I actually get started, I actually forgot one thing. Hold on. Okay, that's better. Missed something almost completely important to the stream. That's like one of the biggest highlights of going to E3, so good thing I got it. But yeah, let me see. So I got a lot of cool stuff, and as you can see from my bed behind me, still unpacking because E3 ended 3 days ago because it's the 17th. E3 ended on the 14th, and I flew back on the 14th, and I'm still unpacking. There's still stuff on my bed that I need to unpack and try and organize in my room, and it's a mess behind me, but I wanted to do this live stream for you guys because I just had a wonderful time. So before we get to the giveaway part of the stream, which you can see in the title, I just want to talk about everything that happened. So day 1, June 12th, well, I guess day 0 technically on June 11th was Sony's conference, of course, and that's where we got more awesome footage of Spider-Man PS4 with the raft mission and the demo that we got of the open world swinging and all that crazy awesomeness, and of course being able to play it at E3 was amazing. But just seeing that and being able to experience the conference live with you guys in the stream was so much fun on the 11th, just talking about the game and what could be shown and who do you think is going to be the last villain that we saw in the demo. And it was just being able to see that and experience it again with you guys like we did in 2017 and doing it again. The last E3 for Spider-Man PS4 since it comes out in September. And just being able to do that with you guys was so much fun. And just thank you everyone who joined the Discord chat to talk about the game. So that was day 0, and then on day 1, technically, of E3 on June 12th, that's when I flew out to LA because I know some people like Caboose got there on the 11th, and Lucas lives near LA, so he was just able to just go down to the convention center very quickly. But being able to go there and fly down there and go to LA again, because I've been there before, but just go there for E3 was just an amazing, amazing experience. And being able to go there, and you'll see some pictures I'll post on Twitter afterwards. After the live stream, I'll post them on Twitter. Just so many cool pictures of me at E3, being able to hang out with everyone from Insomniac and Marvel Games, and just being able to do all these crazy things there was so much fun. but I arrived on the 12th at around 3-ish, I think, or something. My goal was to try and be there by 2, but LA traffic is the worst, and it was just so crazy. But when I was in traffic in a cab, not an Uber, because the Uber system was being all weird on my phone, I just had to get into a really expensive cab to go to the convention center. They were showing more stuff of Spider-Man, and I wasn't there in E3 yet because I was still driving down to the convention center. But Yuri Lowenthal was there. He posted a picture of himself on Twitter, and Insomniac were doing this live PlayStation interview thing in the PlayStation booth at the E3 Convention Center. And they shout out the Spidey Squad at the end of it, and it was just crazy. And they were saying in the crowd, "Where's the Spidey Squad members?" And I was like, I'm trying to get there right now to say hi, but I couldn't. Just seeing that they shout out the Spidey Squad there and at the E3 Coliseum, which I attended, was so cool. And it was just awesome. So that was basically arriving in a cab, and I got to the convention center, and it was packed, of course. But I got my badge through an express pass, so I just got to pick it up and go right into the convention center. And in the convention center, where you enter it, they always have these cool attractions for different games and mascots for games or stuff like that. And the first thing that you see when you enter the West Hall, which is where they have the big booth or booths for PlayStation, Nintendo, all this stuff. The first thing when you enter, on the right side, there was this really, really cool mural type graffiti picture wall art of Rhino from Spider-Man and a mirror reflecting it, so you could take a picture of you on this mural looking like you're on a wall. And that was so cool. But sadly, I did all those interviews, so I wasn't able to take time to take a picture with that Rhino statue, or the Rhino mural at E3. But it was so cool seeing that and just seeing the design of Rhino. And I saw pictures from Insomniac, and Yuri Lowenthal and Tara Platt, who's his wife, took a picture there. And James Stevenson and Ryan Penagos took a picture there. And other people kept going back and forth from going there and taking pictures with it. It looks so cool. I didn't get to take a picture, though, but just being able to see it was awesome. And then when I was going to the Sony booth, because that was the first thing I wanted to do when going to E3, was just going straight to the Marvel Spider-Man booth at the PlayStation hall area in the West Hall. I ran into John Paquette, who's the lead writer of the game, just having some frozen yogurt, and I just got to say hi to him and just quickly just say I love the story and everything that you guys are doing. And he says, well, we love the Spidey Squad, and we hope you guys are liking everything. And I freaked out, of course. And just being able to just walk and run into so many people from Insomniac out of the blue, out of nowhere, was so fun and so awesome. And John Paquette's the nicest guy ever, and he took time to take a photo, and I think I posted it on Twitter, and he's just so awesome. And it was just cool, so awesome meeting him for the first time. Second Insomniac I ran into was Adam Corleone, who's one of the awesome combat designers for Spider-Man PS4. And he was just about to get lunch and meet up with someone, and I just ran into him, and I said hi, and he's like, oh, hey, Evan, how's it going? And I just freaked out, and everyone was like that from Insomniac, and Marvel just went up to me, like tapped me on the shoulder if they were behind me, or just walked up and said hi, and just said, love your videos, love the Spidey Squad, and just was the craziest thing ever. Just being able to do that at E3 was so awesome. And then, of course, another thing was at E3 was the awesome newsstands holding Daily Bugle newspapers, which if you saw my video interviewing Andrew Reiner from Game Informer, we stood in front of those awesome Daily Bugle kiosks putting out the papers, and it was just so awesome seeing all those all over E3. They were literally scattered all throughout E3, and just open it up, and then you get these bad boys, which we're going to talk about later, of the newspapers for the Daily Bugle, just showing off the exact demo that happened for E3, and it was so awesome being able to pick up a lot of these, which is going to come in handy a lot later. And they're filled to the brim with Easter eggs and details about the game, and you could just grab one and pick one up wherever you wanted, however you wanted, and it's so cool. So that was just being able to see the entrance of E3 inside the convention center. But outside the convention center, where if you saw on Twitter and PlayStation's website, they posted pictures and prices of all the different merchandise you can get for Spider-Man PS4 and all the other PlayStation games like Death Stranding. You get the necklace. Last of Us 2, they had Ellie t-shirts. Ghost of Tsushima, they had the Arrow shirt, the logo of the game. Me, I got every single piece of merch at the stand, showing off everything for Spider-Man PS4, and it's amazing what I was able to get. So if I can show you guys, so right now I have this hoodie that Brian Inhart gave me at PSX, and I'm never taking it off ever because I love it so much. And then here is the standard Spider-Man PS4 shirt that I got at PSX in December of 2017, where it's just the white spider, and on the sleeve it shows the PlayStation symbol, and then the other sleeve it shows the new Insomniac logo. Here is the brand new, updated Spider-Man PS4 shirt that you could get at E3. You can see that. Yes, you can. It is the white spider, maybe over on this side. It's the white spider with red and black and just the cool pattern. You see Spider-Man written on the bottom there with the logo on the bottom, and that's what the menu looks like in the game. So the game's menu has all these kind of text symbols and everything. So that's what's on this shirt. Nothing on the back, just red. On the back of this shirt, there's nothing either. Actually, no. On the back of this shirt, it says Marvel's Spider-Man. Can't really do that here. But on the back of this shirt, it says in big font, Marvel's Spider-Man. And here, it's just the front with the new red shirt. Ronnie Pug's got one of these, I think. But sadly, I wasn't able to pick any up for anyone else or any shirts for everybody because they sold out like crazy. So I'm sorry for those of you who asked me to get you a shirt and they would pay for it. I know you guys said you would pay for it, but they sold out so crazy, guys. I was so lucky to even pick one up. Caboose XBL, or just Caboose now, actually asked me where is the booth, and I said, oh, it's right outside the West Hall. You go out, you see this giant white tent of a huge line of people just getting PlayStation merch for Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us Part 2, Crash, Spyro, anything, and Spider-Man, of course. And that's not all. With just the shirt, there's way more. They also had, you ready for this? They had glasses of Spider-Man PS4 glasses that you can drink out of, and it's so amazing. I got 2 of these, and it's amazing. They have the detail of the 2016 picture on the cool front with the font there and the cool like decals detail on the glass, and then here it says Marvel Gamerverse. And if you want to pick these up for yourself, you go to the WCNgroup.com. WCNgroup.com. That's where you can get these glasses. And it just has Spider-Man on the front, picture of him on the front, Gamerverse on the side. It's amazing. I drank like milk and juice and water out of that already. I love it. And the coolest one, I think, even though this glass is amazing, this is the craziest one right here. So as you guys know me, I'm in my room, and this is where I mainly do all my videos. In front of me is a desk, and I sit here and I work on my videos, and sometimes I go in and out from my kitchen to get some water to just hydrate and work on all these videos and stuff. This is the most amazing merchandise item that I think I picked up at the merchandise booth. Giant freaking canteen of Spider-Man PS4. It's literally the size of my head. That's how freaking big this thing is. In perspective, it's 3 Funko Pops. It's the size of 3 Funko Pops. This thing is so ginormous. I can't even fit my whole hand around it. That's how big it is. And then on the front, of course, it's Spider-Man looking clean. On the side diagonal, Marvel's Spider-Man logo. It's amazing. This thing was like $25. Worth it, though, because I'm going to be drinking out of this thing for ages. And it's really interesting how it opens up. You see this like little contraption. Pop it open. And then you pull this little thing on the top, this handle of the lid comes off. And then you do this weird maneuver trying to get it to, I guess, go backwards from where it is. And then that's how it opens. And then you just drink out of it. But it's crazy huge. And put some Guinness in it, says people. Exactly. I probably will by the time the Spider-Man PS4 comes out. Just drink like crazy. It's a good tip. But yeah, this thing is ginormous. And if you're thirsty, you're never gonna be thirsty again with this thing. It's freaking huge, and it's crazy how big it is. let's see. So there was the merch and also the E3 Coliseum. Now we're gonna get to what I was able to do with the E3 Coliseum. If you guys have been keeping up with the E3 news, but before on the 12th, this is still the first day of E3. I just got merch and I got my way inside the convention center just to see what was going on. After that, I went to one of the E3 Coliseum panels just because I was trying to find where the Coliseum was so I could find it for the Spider-Man booth that happened on the 13th. On the 12th, there was this really, really cool booth with Elijah Wood with this game that he did called Transference. It's a VR game. He's the creative director of it. And just seeing him talk about the game and seeing him in person was awesome because I love Elijah Wood. And he was there talking about the game. He's just like freaked out and he just was stoked that so many people were there to watch his panel about a game. And it was so cool seeing him on stage live because he's one of my favorite actors and he's great. And just being able to see him in person was awesome. And of course, besides being able to see Elijah Wood on stage, I also got to meet Ryan Beno in person, one of the amazing environment artists from Insomniac Games. And I just got to go and just wait in line for the Spider-Man demo. And he walked up and just said hi. And we took a photo together. And Ryan was so awesome. And he said he loved the cookie cake from us, the Spidey Squad. And if you guys don't know, I am the one who ordered it. I know a lot of you guys on Twitter were like, what? They made a cake for us? It's like, no, I ordered that cookie cake to give to Insomniac and Marvel as a thank you present for all the hard work they're doing and as a way to say good luck before E3. And Ryan just said thank you for the cake. It was delicious. So I'm glad, Ryan, if you're watching and you and everyone else at Insomniac Games like the cake, I'm glad that you really liked it. And, of course, ending day one with playing the game for the very first time. Again, if you guys know me, I love this game. My channel exists because of this game. I'm able to do this as a job and for fun and interact with all you guys every day because of Insomniac and Marvel and Spider-Man PS4. Doing the videos I did in 2016, just speculating on every little thing that we could possibly think of the game. And then 2017, getting the announcement that it was in fact coming out in 2018 with the demo being shown off for the first time. And then 2018, we get this awesome coverage from Game Informer with the release date announcement of the game of September 7th. And just being able to interview Brian Tahar at PlayStation Experience 2017 and also Ryan Schneider at GDC 2018. And just being able to play the game for the first time, I was brought to tears. I cut that out of the video, I think, when I recorded myself playing the game, but you saw my reactions playing the game for the first time. And it was insane. And just being able to play the game hands-on after waiting 2 years, ever since June of 2016 to playing it now in June of 2018. 2 years. It was worth it. It was amazing. And just being able to experience that, easily it's going to be the best Spider-Man game of all time. And no doubt that Insomniac is doing a great job. Absolutely. And I was blown away. I just did stuff in the city, like the objectives and side missions and stuff. And then the second day I fought Shocker. But the first day I just was blown away by everything. I just swung, fought enemies, saw what Yuri Lowenthal's voice acting was like, fighting enemies in the Inner Demon warehouse and on top of the Fisk construction site. It was awesome. It was so cool. And it brought me to tears. And just being able to play the game after waiting for so long, it was so worth it. And it was amazing. So that was day one. Already amazing. I ran into also the amazing Lucas as well on day one. We already met at PSX 2017, but seeing him again was awesome. And also the PlayStation Bra, too. I got to see him briefly, but he was busy. And also Khaled B worked the PlayStation booth, and we got to say hi. And he's the awesome guy, and you see in the Miles Morales costume, that was him. And he fits out that costume so well. He's awesome. Everyone's awesome from the Spidey Squad. You guys are awesome. So that was day one. And I thought day two couldn't get any crazier, and it did. Because the very first person that I ran into on day two was Ted frickin' Price, the CEO of Insomniac Games. I took a picture with him. He says he loves the Spidey Squad and the enthusiasm that all the Spider-Man fans have for the game. And just he's so thankful for everyone in the community just being excited and everything. And just hearing him say that to me was amazing. I almost broke down in tears seeing him in person. And I posted these pictures on Twitter, so if you want to see these pictures, you can. And he's such a nice guy. He's like one of the most enthusiastic guys I've been ever able to just say hi to. And I loved Insomniac since I was a kid. And just being able to say hi to him in person and say that he loves the Spidey Squad was crazy. And on Twitter, he even replied to me saying, "Go Spidey Squad, great meeting you today, Evan." And I freaked out, guys. It was too much to handle. I'm already like having heart palpitations. It was crazy. And of course, after Ted Price, everyone from Marvel Games, almost everyone from Marvel Games, and the Spidey Squad who was there at E3, like Amazing Lucas and PlayStation Braun, Khaled B, and Caboose, we met up for this awesome group photo with the Marvel Games team and just hung out with them for like a solid 20, 30 minutes, and just being able to say hi, talk to them all, and just have them each say that they love the Spidey Squad in their own way, and they are so thankful for the community of fans that is supporting the game and loving what Insomniac and Marvel does, and just all the feedback that we're giving them, and just talking to them about the game and everything that we care about of Spider-Man, and the passion that we all have for this character. And just having him say that to me already is making me freak out and almost cry again. But just Becca McIntosh, Isabel from Marvel. Sadly, Bill Roseman was busy gearing up for the E3 Coliseum, but mainly Becca and Isabel and Adam C. from Insomniac. And I didn't meet him on day 2, but on day 3, I got to see Eric Monticelli from Marvel and just how awesome he is. And he is such a nice... Everyone from Marvel is amazing. And just the passion they have for the game and just for the Spidey Squad is so cool. And just, I am inspired by them with the game that they're making, and the fact that they have so much passion and drive for the characters that they're putting into video games, and just Spider-Man particularly. And the fact that they say that I inspire them and they love the Spidey Squad, and they wouldn't be, as happy as they are developing the game, and they wouldn't have that drive without the Spidey Squad, is just amazing. And I'm so honored to have met them and just say hi to them. And I miss them already. I miss being able to hang out with them and say hi to them and talk to them, because they're so awesome. They were so cool. And another cool thing, beyond being able to say hi to them, Becca and Isabel, they knew that I was trying to find one of the Spider-Man PS4 Funko Pops, because I have so far Spider-Gwen, or Gwenum, as she is in the comics, and Vulture from Homecoming, and also Iron Spider, Mr. I Don't Feel So Good from Infinity War. And they knew I was also trying to get a Spider-Man PS4 Funko Pop, and Becca gave me hers. So I now have a Spider-Man PS4 Funko Pop because Becca McIntosh gave me her Spider-Man PS4 Funko Pop, and I freaked out. And that was the coolest thing ever, seeing that. And just, I already freaked out when she gave me her own personal Funko Pop. It's amazing. And I have them right next to each other, these two Spider-Men, side by side on my desk, inspiring me every day just to do more Spider-Man videos. And they're so cool. And it's awesome. And it's so amazing. Because I was trying to get one for them, because I know that they said that even Jacinda Chu doesn't have one of the Funko Pops. And I tried to find one to give her in person by the time E3 came around, but I didn't find one. But then Becca gives me hers. And I freaked out. And of course, in the Marvel meetup, I only got to meet Becca and Isabel from Marvel, and also a couple of other people like Eric on day 3. But then I see Jacinda Chu walking in the hallway, and I said hi, and I freaked out. And then we walked towards each other, and we gave each other hugs. And everyone from Insomniac started to come near where we were, near the giant Spider-Man red, poster board panel where they were taking all the pictures. And I got to talk to them all and say hi. And they say they love the Spidey Squad, and just being able to talk to them and hug them and just say hi to them and say that they love us and all the fans and the passion that they have for the game. I'm already about to get in tears again because of how freaked out I was with the game. And just being able to talk to him in person was so cool, and just one of the most surreal experiences of my entire life. And after being able to talk to him for like a solid 20 minutes, and then they had to go to the E3 Coliseum to prepare for that, I then went to the E3 Coliseum early to get good seats, and we were in the right row in the right side, the second row where I was originally, just because all the other seats were taken. Then one of the panels ended, the Tomb Raider panel ended before Spider-Man, and Joshua, one of the awesome QA testers from Insomniac, saved seats for me and the other Spidey Squad members in the front row. and that was insane. And just being able to talk to him was crazy, and just being able to say hi and hear his passion for the game and Spider-Man and talk about how much he and everyone else loves the Spidey Squad and how they watch all of our videos. I'm already done. I already freaked out. And then Josh saved his seats, and I was there. PlayStation Bra was there. Khaled B was there. The Amazing Lucas was there. Caboose sadly was not there because he was busy doing something else. But we were all in the front row of the E3 Coliseum, and I got to talk to Jacinda Chu and John Paquette before the E3 Coliseum even happened, like a 20-minute conversation with both of them before the E3 Coliseum, and it was crazy. Just being able to do that was so awesome and so surreal, and I'll never forget it in my life. And then I, of course, got to ask a question at the E3 Coliseum, and you saw me, if you saw the E3 Coliseum live panel that they showed off, I was in the crowd and I asked a question and they shouted out the Spidey Squad so many times and said M. Flarka Spidey Squad's in the house, and I freaked out so much. And just being able to ask a question to them and saying it was a great question that I asked was amazing. And just being able to talk to them all and say hi and seeing how much they love everyone in the Spidey Squad is so cool, and I'll never forget that. And then after the Coliseum, I just went out to get some lunch, and I ran into Mike Yost, the lead animator of the game, and he said, to quote, "My videos inspire him," and that was, I already like broke down as an emotional wreck when he said that to me, because they inspire me, and the fact that they're saying these things in my face, just they love what I do, and they love what the Spidey Squad does, and they couldn't be more thankful, and they love all the support, and they say that I inspire them with the videos that I do. I already just I can't handle it. It's too much. It was crazy, and just amazing people. So kind, so friendly, so down to earth, and they all share the same passion for Spider-Man that we all do, if not more so. And just being able to hear them say stuff like that is a dream come true for me, because I never would have thought I would be where I am today without your support and their passion. Just seeing how much they care is so crazy. And this is the coolest part. So day 2, that was everything that happened in day 2 so far. The last thing that happened in day 2 was that I got to play the demo a second time, and in this part of the demo, I got to fight Shocker, because the first part, I just swung and fought enemies and interacted with civilians and just freaked out. I wasn't even paying attention to the game, because I know it said, like, oh, go here to do this. I didn't even care. I was swinging and zipping and crawling and all this stuff, and I freaked out so much. Second time I played the game, I did more of the side missions, one of the Oscorp research stations, and fought Shocker in the game, and that Shocker boss fight was so freaking awesome, because I love Shocker, and they did him so much justice in that boss fight. However, the coolest thing is, if you saw that one, is that it was near the end of the day, so I got to play it at around like 4:30, because I think around 6-ish, because the convention center closed at around 7, I believe. And I was focusing on the game because someone was helping me record the footage that I was doing of fighting Shocker and swinging around the city. And then I saw in like the reflection of the screen that there was someone behind me, like, oh, I guess this is one of the like demo attendee people trying to say, oh, you got to wrap it up and go. And I'm like, no, I want to stay play. But they let me finish, so I'm like, oh, who's this person who's waiting for me? And it wasn't anyone working the Marvel Spider-Man booth. It wasn't one of the PlayStation workers or employees. It was a fan. It was a fan of mine who watches my videos, and he sat and waited 15 minutes for me to finish the demo just to say hi. And his name is Alec, and he's so cool. I didn't post a picture of him yet, but I will after this live stream, because I'm recording through my phone. But he waited 15 minutes just to say hi to me and just talk about Spider-Man with me, and said that he loves my videos, and I freaked out, and I was already about to break down emotionally seeing a fan, actually, because I never thought I would even have fans. It's just the community of Spider-Man fans, but someone who says they love my videos, I freaked out. His name's Alec. He's so cool, and he was so nice, so friendly, so awesome. And just talking, and we walked out of the convention center together just talking about Spider-Man, and he waited for me that long just to say hi. And he's awesome, and you guys are awesome. And that was day 2. And already day 2 was my favorite day of E3. besides, I guess, day one playing the game for the first time, but meeting everyone, talking to Descenda Chu, just talking to all the designers and developers and everyone from Insomniac and taking a group photo together, which you can see is my pinned tweet on Twitter, is the very top tweets, the last picture. We all take a huge group photo together. And it was amazing. It was amazing. And then day 3 was the coolest one. Besides being day 2, meeting up with Khaled B, the PlayStation Brawl, Amazing Lucas, Caboose, all the Spidey Squad members in person again. Because I already met Amazing Lucas and Khaled B and PlayStation Brawl at PSX 2017. I met Caboose for the first time, though, here at E3, and he's so nice. But everyone there just being able to group up and take this huge photo and hang out with the Spider-Man cosplayers and just everyone from Marvel and Insomniac was so cool. And the third day was already the most emotional day for me because if you see on Twitter the shot of Brian Intihar hugging me and we're looking at the giant screen of the PlayStation booth of Spider-Man PS4, this is what happened. So I got to the convention center at 8:30 and I entered it at 9 because that's when it opened, and I wanted to try and get ready because I was setting up an interview with John Bubniak, who's the character model of Peter Parker. And I was trying to get ready because we were messaging each other saying where I'll be at the PlayStation booth at around noon, and we can meet up there and talk about the game and stuff and whatever works for you. And we were trying to arrange a meeting at the West Hall because it was his first ever E3 too, which is the coolest thing. It was my first ever E3. It was John Bubniak's first ever E3 as well. And being able to talk to him and to see Peter Parker in person was so cool. So my plan was just to go in the E3 Convention Center at around 9 and wait until John got there, just talk to him, see if I could play the demo another time before he got there. And I see the giant, PlayStation screen that is in the West Hall, just playing different footages of games from the E3 stuff that we saw from the Spider-Man PS4 trailer and the Last of Us trailer and the Ghost of Tsushima trailer. And I see the giant screen, and I was trying to vlog it for a cool tour of the booth, because that's what I did. If you saw that video, I uploaded a tour of the Spider-Man PS4 booth, and I thought it was so cool that they just so happened to be playing the Raft mission, and I wanted to record that for the thing, and I didn't even notice it, but I look back in the footage, and I see Brian Intihar is right there with a coffee, just watching the trailer, and I go up in front of him, but I didn't even notice. I just thought it was someone else in like a black shirt watching the thing, and I went up and I tried to vlog the screen and do a 360-degree turn of the booth, and then all of a sudden, when I'm in front of him, I didn't even notice, but then I feel someone's hand touch my shoulder, and he's like, "Oh, I think you should probably stop recording. You might get in some trouble." And it was Brian right behind me, and he surprised me out of nowhere. And that was the coolest thing ever, just being able to say hi again. And just after being able to ask him and Bill and Jacinda and John and Ryan all at the E3 Coliseum a question, and then shout out the Spidey Squad on stage, and then just say hi to Brian as a surprise. And he totally surprised me by just saying hi, and then he's like, "Let's watch it together." And he asked me who I thought the last character was in the demo that they didn't show. I'm saying it's Norman Osborn in a helicopter, not Green Goblin just yet. I think it's Norman Osborn arriving in a helicopter, or maybe it's him as Green Goblin on a glider. I think it is Norman Osborn in a helicopter arriving to do something to Spider-Man. He asked me that question. Spidey Squad. Did I cut off there? Sorry, guys. Did I cut off? The stream died. Uh-oh. I think I'm still live. Okay, I am. Sorry, I got a phone call from my phone, so I guess that interrupted the stream. Alright, it's back. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened, but basically what I was saying is that I just love being able to talk to everyone from Marvel and Insomniac, and just Brian surprising me like that, and then also inviting me to the PlayStation PR booth where I got to play the game on that little section that you guys saw. I sat down for 20 minutes playing the game, not only just playing Spider-Man PS4 an extended demo, but having Brian play with me alongside of that was the coolest thing ever, and I'm so lucky that he wanted to even do that. And I see you guys in the comments of that video saying he looked annoyed or mad or sad or whatever, but no, he was just doing so many interviews that day. He went from interview to interview to interview to interview, and he took time to spend time with me, do another interview, and he already like answered all the questions that I asked him pretty much. So that's why he looked a bit just kind of like neutral. He wasn't mad because I was being able to talk to him and just say hi. And he's like, oh, I gotta run, but just we'll talk to each other again soon. And I freaked out when he said that, just casually, like, oh, we'll talk soon again. Like, okay. But just being able to spend time with him in the actual PlayStation PR booth playing Spider-Man PS4 together was so cool. And he said, like, you're better at this than I am. And I freaked out when he said that. It was just my third time playing the game, and I was still trying to get used to the controls for the swinging. And just hearing him say, you're better at this than I am, was already a freaked out moment. Like, I freaked out so much when he said that. It was so crazy. So after being able to interview Brian and play the game for 20 minutes, I also got to see Cory Barlog in person, the director of God of War. He was there talking to Brian, and then Brian introduced me to Cory, just like, oh, hey, Evan, you may know Cory. He did this little indie game, not really that well funded, called God of War. And I was just there blown away, and I loved everything about God of War, and I got to see Cory Barlog in person, and I got to shake his hand. It was just so cool being able to see him and Brian talk together, and him just saying like, oh, hi, nice to meet you, like, okay. And it was so crazy. He's like, oh yeah, he's the leader of the Spidey Squad, like our coolest fan club ever and our coolest community ever. I'm like, okay. And I freaked out so much. And then after being able to interview Brian, I went out back to the standard PlayStation booth area to see if John Bubniak was there, to see if he made it to E3 yet. And just being able to do that and just say hi to John and everyone else was crazy, because he surprised me because he looks just like Peter Parker. In the trailer, he has that plaid button shirt on. In real life, he wore this blue and gray baseball t-shirt, as you saw in the interview, and he looked like just like Peter Parker, and it was so crazy. Like, I'm talking to Peter Parker right now, and he's just talking about like everyone that he just loved being able to say hi to, and just loves the Spidey Squad community, and just seeing that he, in the end of the interview, sadly, the sad thing is that I only brought my phone, and I had a gamer pass of E3, which I actually have right here hanging on my wall, which I'll show you guys right now, which is extremely awesome. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Everyone was able to get a pass at E3, either a media pass, industry pass, or a gamer pass. Media is someone like Andrew Reiner, who's from Game Informer, or Kind of Funny Games. That's a media pass. PlayStation Bra got a media pass. Industry pass, of course, is for people in the gaming industry. So the Insomniacs, the Marvelites, everyone from Naughty Dog, industry, the people making the games. Me, I got a gamer pass, but being able to just get this on the gamer pass is the coolest thing ever, as you can see. Founder and leader of the Spidey Squad, E3 2018, gamer pass. The coolest thing ever. It's flipped on the screen, but it says that on my badge, and it's the coolest thing ever. Just having that on a badge is so cool. And John was there, and he totally surprised me because we were watching the screen again. I turn around, and I see Peter right there, and he's like, how do you like the game? I'm like, oh, it's amazing. And he never played the game before, so I got to play the game with him for the very first time at the booth, and it was crazy. And the interview was there at the booth. We tried to find a different place to go in, and I tried to go back inside the PlayStation PR booth where we got these bracelets, and I tried to see if we could go back in there because it was more quiet and talk about the game in there, where I talked to Brian about the game. But sadly, they wouldn't let anyone else in there unless it was approved fully by Sony and PlayStation. But, oh man, just being able to talk to him about the game and just seeing his insight with it, and just how he played Peter and being in the motion capture stuff and all that, and just learning about the process he took. Because he grew up in New York, and he's playing Peter Parker, and he said in the interview that he got this role not knowing what it was. So he's like, oh, what is this role for? And they said, well, if you don't know what your role is, you may as well not be in the game, because it was so obvious that he was going to be Peter. And he was Peter, and he freaked out, and he told me that his mom freaked out when he told her that he was going to be Peter in the game, and she's telling everyone that he's playing Peter in this upcoming Spider-Man game. And he's so cool. He's so handsome, too. He's like the most handsomest guy out there, being Peter Parker. And just saying at the end of the interview, if you didn't hear it in the video, but at the end of the interview, he says, I said, what my last question to him was, what is a message that you have for the fans for Spider-Man PS4? And he said, just being able to interact with this community that's so supportive and so kind to everyone, and just seeing how we're all in this together. We're a family of Spider-Man fans, and I just can't wait to see you guys play the game when it comes out, and I just can't wait to play it myself. And when he said that, I freaked out so much that he cares that much about the Spidey Squad, and he's like, this is a community of people that can just get together and have fun and support each other, and we're this big group as a family. And even he says that, and he's so cool. He's such an awesome guy, and just being able to meet him in person was so cool. And of course, another interview I had, which happened on day 2 actually, and I forgot to mention it, was with Andrew Reiner, like I said, but it was on day 2, not day 3. And we just talked about the Game Informer magazine for Spider-Man PS4, and he hosted the E3 Coliseum, and I got to interview him right after the E3 Coliseum happened, which was so cool, and it was amazing. And the coolest part, besides being able to talk to everyone from Insomniac and Marvel, is I brought my Game Informer, and they all signed it. They all got to sign, almost everyone from Insomniac and Marvel got to sign my Game Informer. Ted Price, I think he's right here. Brian Intar's right here. John Bubniak's right here. Eric Monticelli's right here. Jacinda Chu's right here. Becca McIntosh is somewhere over here. They all got to sign this Game Informer, and I'm going to frame it as soon as I can because it's so amazing that they were able to do that. I hope I didn't pester them or anything. If anyone from Insomniac or Marvel is watching, I hope I didn't pester you guys with asking to sign the Game Informer. But they're so cool, and just being able to talk to them was so fun. It was amazing. It's a time I'll never forget. It went by so fast, though, at E3. It went by so fast at E3. I wish I could go back and just hang out with them more and saying that, like, we're going to miss you, and I'm going to miss them too, because I miss being able to hang out with them right now. Bill Plumley says, did Andrew Reiner sign it? He did. Where did he sign it? He signed it right here. Andrew Reiner's signature is right here. But they all got to sign it, almost everyone, and just being able to do that was so cool. And it was one of the coolest experiences of my entire life, and I'm so happy that I got to share it with you guys with the videos I've been posting of the interviews and the booth tour and the Coliseum and all that. I want it to be E3 2019 right now. I need it to be E3 2019 or just Comic-Con or something, or I can just go up and hang out with them again or something, because it was amazing. It went by too fast, though. It was so much fun. Reese Lively, did I try to find Yuri Lowenthal? So he was there the first day on June 12th, but during the Industry Pass times, because there was Gamer Pass and Industry Pass and Media Pass. Yuri Lowenthal had a Industry Pass because he got there early, and he was there in the E3 Convention Center early, and then there was this Insomniac Games live stream on PlayStation's YouTube channel where they showed new gameplay of Spider-Man PS4 live. Yuri was there in the crowd watching at 1:30. But gamers, the Gamer Pass like I have, they were allowed at 2. But the Industry Pass people were allowed at 9. So I got there like around 3, and I asked, like, are you still here? But he said no. He was only there for a short time just to see the opening press conference, live stream with Insomniac, and take some photos with his wife. And a photo of himself reading one of the Daily Bugle newspapers, which was so cool. But he wasn't there the entire time, just one day, I think. But it was so cool seeing a picture of him there. But he says, we'll meet each other another time. So I'm like, okay, Yuri, I'll see you again soon. Or I'll see you soon, because I haven't met him ever. But, oh, man. It was so cool. And I miss him. I miss everyone. I miss John. I miss Brian. I miss Jacinda. I miss Mike. I miss Becca. I miss Isabel. I miss Thomas from the PlayStation Bros. I miss Lucas. I miss Caboose. I miss Khaled. I miss everybody. I already want to be there again. And it's like, it hurts because being able to just hang out with them and act like a family, because we are this big Spider-Man loving family, and just seeing how amazing everyone is and just saying goodbye again is just so heartbreaking for me, because it was so fun. It's just so amazing to do that. But it was amazing. I can still tweet them on Twitter, Waru Boy, but just being able to be there in person and talk to them in person is so different. Oh man, but an amazing experience, guys. And with that out of the way, that was my E3 experience. So now, oh, Brad Hamilton, did you see Brian wear the underoos? I did, but on a stream, because what I did is that I got to E3 on the 12th at around 3, but then on the 14th, I had to go and leave a bit early. So E3 closed at like 6 or 7, I think. No, actually, E3 on the 13th closed at 5, and I had to fly back home on the 14th. So after I interviewed John and just talked to everyone one last time, that was my last thing to do at E3, and I went back home and I flew back home. So I didn't get to see the Kind of Funny Games conference panel thing live, sadly, because I had to go back to the airport and fly back home. But it was so awesome going there and just being able to do that and just experience that for the first time was insane. Evan, will you give your review about the game? Says Mohad or Mode Habib. I've been doing that in some videos. Funny enough, I'm streaming right now on my phone, but right now I'm also rendering a video about my top 5 flaws with the game. So please don't kill me when I upload that video. But playing the game, finally playing the game after waiting 2 years and playing it, I already had an emotional breakdown. I say it's amazing because it is amazing. And Insomniac themselves are saying, even though it looks great, we're still going to keep working on it until the day it comes out on September 7th. They're going to work on the traversal until they say they can't work on it anymore. So I know like stuff like that is good. The animations are good. They're going to be improved. They're going to add more. I'm already fine with it. But as a little, like, I guess, sneak peek, just some of the traversal mechanics in the video I described, maybe they could switch them a bit more, or I guess, like, add upon them a bit more. The combat is already fine. I think the combat is perfect. Punching, attacking, dodging, web yanking, web pulling, web shooting, gadgets, traversal in the combat, stealth. It's so much fun. So much fun. And trust me, when you play it, you'll understand why. Ronnie Pugs, not enough wall crawling. Is that a joke? I'm assuming like 0 out of 10 from IGN, not enough wall crawling. There is wall crawling in the game. If you saw, there are videos out there of him wall crawling, and I got to wall crawl too. And it's so cool. And weirdly enough, usually you would just push up on a wall and then go for it. In this, you press R2 like once, and then he just starts to crawl. Whereas you press and hold R2, you wall run. Squidward chat, 10 out of 10, Skyrim with webs. Ronnie Pugs, no, I mean, it looks like wall running will overtake it. I mean, you want to go fast. Same thing with the Amazing Spider-Man games. Like, you would always wall run over wall crawling, except the wall crawling in the Amazing Spider-Man games was so slow. It was so boring. And the camera angle looked weird, too. This, it's fun. Like, you can crawl, and if you don't crawl, you stand on the wall. He, like, does these cool idle animations. He'll, like, sit back on the wall, look at his phone, or he'll, like, look out in the city, or, I don't know, just, like, look around on the wall or something. It's awesome. It's so cool, the little tiny animations they did in that, just for the sticking on the wall was so cool. So anyways, guys, we're almost 50 minutes in the live stream, and Ronnie Pugs, one last question. Did I get to play basketball? I didn't. I saw a tennis court where people were playing tennis, which was sick, but I tried, like Andrew Reiner said, oh, I got to throw the basketball around. I tried to mess with their tennis game by, like, web shooting them or something. It didn't do anything. They didn't even really interact when Spider-Man was on the tennis court. They just kind of, like, look around or kept playing their game or whatever. So, again, like, that's the thing I brought up in my top 5 flaws. Like, some of the civilians don't react to Spider-Man. They definitely go and see what he's doing. Like, oh, Spider-Man, cool, and you can wave to them and stuff. But some of them, when you're fighting bad guys, they're just, like, staring blankly or not doing anything. And they said, like, they're going to improve on that. So I'm already fine with it. But, yeah, I got to try and mess with a tennis game, not a basketball game, because I couldn't find a basketball court anywhere, but a tennis court for sure was so cool. So that was it, guys, for my recap of E3. I was so honored to be able to go there and just be able to play the game. Someone asked, is it going to be better than Spider-Man 2? It's already better than Spider-Man 2 in every Spider-Man game that's ever been made. It's that amazing, and just being able to play it for you guys and myself after waiting for so long was so much fun. So now we're getting into the giveaway portion of the live stream, and this is very, very important, so listen up, everyone, and make sure to share this with everyone, also on Twitter, or anyone you can think of if you want one. So, actually, let me get this really, really quick so I can show you guys. So, of course, at E3, Like I said, they had an entire Daily Bugle kiosk newsstand thing set up around the entirety of E3, and they had it where you open it up and you can go and pick up a newspaper, the Daily Bugle newspaper, which was so cool. And being able to just do that was amazing, and just see how cool and how detailed the Daily Bugle newspaper was for the game. Because not only is it like amazing to see that they're putting that much detail in like some small little marketing thing like the newspaper, but it's for a video game, not a movie or anything like that, but just the game itself. And a newspaper for the game is amazing, and it shows like horoscopes and news updates about story elements of the game and stuff like that, and just everything that they put into detail with the newspaper is amazing. So here, of course, like I showed you already, this is the newspaper, the front and the bottom part of it, and then the full front, I guess if I can show you guys again, jailbreak, raft leaks, and then Spider-Man on the back, and then in the you know, the main newspaper, if I can even open it, I hope I can. Let's see if I can show you guys like a full screen image. It shows like profiles. Oh my god, it's so big. It shows profiles of the villains of the newspaper itself. You've probably seen this somewhere on Twitter. I hope you guys have, because it's so detailed, and you can see profile images of the Vulture and Electro and everyone. It's so cool. And there's really, really cool Easter eggs in here for characters like Miles and Daredevil and the Avengers, possibly, and Mary Jane. And she writes some stuff in this newspaper about stuff in the city. Just lots of amazing stuff in here. And that is what the newspaper basically looks like. You've probably seen pictures of it online somewhere. But as you can see, I got a whole stack full of newspapers going to E3 for you guys. Because I know that you guys want me to go and get shirts and stuff for the game, like the shirt I showed you earlier, or this shirt or the hoodie or whatever. I couldn't though, because they are so expensive, and also sold out really, really fast. So I got as many newspapers as I could for you guys, and if you want one that badly, I will try my best to get one and send one to you through mail. If you DM me on Twitter, send me your address, and I will try and mail them to you. But, you know, I have a limited amount. I said on Twitter I thought I had over 50. I might be wrong. I think I might have less than 50. Still, though, I try to get as many as I could to fit in my bag to fly back home with. So what you guys can do is in the comment section of this video, or even on Twitter, DM me, message me if you really want one, and I'll try and hook you guys up with one. But mainly if you want one that badly, and if we're running low on the newspapers, in the comment section, write hashtag Spidey Squad, followed by how you discovered the Spidey Squad and what the Spidey Squad means to you. So, hashtag Spidey Squad. Type how you found out about me, your Spidey Bugle, or Vigilante Spider, the group of the Spidey Squad, or however you discovered us. And then afterwards, type what it means, what the Spidey Squad means to you guys. Just Fejix says, do you send it also out of USA? Absolutely. Some of the main Spidey Squad members live in Australia. So I'm going to send them some, of course, and they live outside of the US, so I am definitely going to be sending them outside of the US. Where do you type this? Says Story Splaining. In the live chat right now, or after the live stream is uploaded. After the live stream is uploaded, in the comment section of that video, type in hashtag Spidey Squad, and then write what you think of the Spidey Squad, how you discovered us, and what it means to you. But yeah, guys, that's the live stream. I'm so honored to have gone to E3, and just being able to interact with everyone from Insomniac and Marvel and meet more of the Spidey Squad members in person and hang out with them for so long. And the Coliseum event was so amazing, and being able to ask them a question and be on an actual YouTube video is something I'll never forget in my entire life. And it's all thanks to you. Without you guys supporting me and the channel, I wouldn't have been able to have gone and do anything of this sort of matter, being able to go to E3 or GDC or PSX and seeing how we're less than 3 months away until the game comes out, and just seeing how cool all you guys are and how much you love the game and Spider-Man and each other and this community. It means the world to me, and of course it means the world to Insomniac. And if you saw on Twitter as I'm doing this live stream, they tweeted out on Insomniac's Twitter, hashtag Spidey Squad Assemble. And I'm freaking out over here already, guys. So it's amazing. I love you guys. I love everything that you do for me with supporting me in the channel and watching these videos. And just thank you all so much. And yeah, as you saw, I think I have more, but mainly it's this huge bag right here of newspapers of the Daily Bugle magazine, Daily Bugle newspapers. Let me count them right now, actually. Let me see how many I have. There is quite a lot in here, honestly. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, one. My God, I'm going to be counting these for a while. Let me see if I can flip them around. I can see the edges of the magazine. My God, hold on. Whoa. Yeah, I got a lot. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. I have 35 newspapers. So I have 35 newspapers from E3 that I was able to get for you guys. And I know for a fact a lot of you guys want one. And I know, oddly enough, you can find them on eBay or something. If you look up Spider-Man PS4 Daily Bugle newspaper, I think you'll be able to find one for sale that some people are selling online or something. But I have 35 of these newspapers that I can hopefully ship to you guys out of the States or in the States worldwide, because I know that some of the Spidey Squad members are in Australia. So I know I have to send some to them already. For you, like, if you guys are watching Spidey Bugle or Austin or Josh, whoever, I already got some just for you guys, so you guys are good. But I mean you guys, the viewers, the standard viewers. Nothing against you guys, but I have to be, you know, I have to be, like, diplomatic about this. I can't just give out just for, you know, for whatever. But if you really, 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 really want one, and you want one from me that I can go and send you guys, again, write down hashtag Spidey Squad, followed by how you found out about the Spidey Squad and what the Spidey Squad means to you. So that's what you guys should do in the comments section of this video or on Twitter. Again, you can DM me on Twitter and we can try and work it out to send one to you guys. And I'll try my very best to send them as much as I can to you guys. Franco Gecko, will you have one ready for me too, since I'm a Spidey Squad? You already know the answer to that, man. Of course. Obviously. Duh, but yeah. I'll try my very best to send some your way as much as I can for you guys. It might take a while, but I will try my best. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. This live stream was just for fun, discussing my amazing time at E3. Being able to talk about it with you guys was so much fun. And you allowed me to go there with the amount of support that you guys gave me on Twitter, on YouTube, everywhere. And you're all part of my journey going and doing these amazing conferences and going and interacting with Insomniac. It's all thanks to you guys. So thank you all so much. But anyways, guys, I got to get back and working on these videos. Still a lot of videos to go and put out for you guys. Right now, the one that's rendering, like I said, is the top 5 flaws that I have with the game after playing the demo 5 times at E3. One of which was with Brian Natara himself, and he even told me himself that it's okay if I point out something wrong. So if I see a lot of dislikes on that video, I'm going to get a little bit upset, because Brian said that it's all right to criticize the game and to say things that you don't like about it. It's fine. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Stay spectacular, Spidey fans. Peace out. Now I got to turn off the live stream and make sure that my phone doesn't die. All right, okay. Bye, guys.